Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Mace coming to you from beautiful Western Canada, and just look at this place. This place looks so cool. I do recognize it. I will say I recognize it. Do you know what from? From Daryl Dixon, The Walking Dead show. They have like a settlement here in The Walking Dead. So, but I'm not familiar with it. France's Famous Monastery. Let's check it out. Before we get to that, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and comment for the algorithm if you wish. I'm also a rapper and producer. You can check out my music on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Just search up Macy, M-A-C-3-Y. Let's get to the video. What you might not know about Mont-Saint-Michel.
It looks like a movie set, but this island actually exists. You'll find it in...
Certainly looks like something out of Disney, or like a fairy tale, not Disney. Something out of a fairy tale. Like, it's very, very epic. And where it's situated, like, that's so cool.
In Normandy, France. Mont-Saint-Michel, as it's called, is a social media sensation. But does it live up to the hype? And are you aware of its many secrets?
Yeah, I want to know its history. Like,
yeah, it's like, wow,
who
how
lived
did
there?
they build this?
Amazing.
So cool. Que esté construido aquí encima de la nada.
Ja, gewoon het gebouw is mooi, hoe het gebouwd is, de muur eromheen.
From the outer route, you can see it from about 10-20 kilometers away. You can see the Mont-Saint-Michel.
Het is ongelooflijk gewoon, unbelievable.
Mont-Saint-Michel was one of the most difficult construction projects of the Middle Ages.
I bet.
And when visiting today, it can get very dangerous, but more on that later. Those who do arrive unscathed can discover many secrets.
Hello.
That's what I want to know. I want to know the secrets. Like, who lived here? Why was it built? Why there?
I'm guide in the Abbey of Mont-Saint-Michel for 9 years, and with those keys, I'm going to show you secret places.
Cool.
You can cross the 2-kilometer-long bridge to the island at low tide by foot or shuttle bus. Around 3.5 million visitors come here every year, so
Damn.
it can get pretty crowded.
My tip is to come in January.
Honestly, that's why I love YouTube. I can just look at it on YouTube because I hate I hate crowds, and it's just an unfortunate reality of cool places. They're usually overrun with people because that's what people do. They suck. No, people are good. I'm not going to be a misanthrope today, but that is why I like YouTube.
Or December, so it gets very, very quiet. You feel like almost alone in the village, and you get also very beautiful lights. The landscape is beautiful here. An important time.
I wonder if it snows there, because if you... Can you imagine? Just imagine the ambiance. Imagine the picturesqueness of a snow-covered Mont-Saint-Michel.
Lights as well, which is quite spectacular.
This is the West Terrace, where you'll find the Abbey Church entrance. It was built on this
Holy,
hill
that's
from the
so
11th
wicked.
century onwards. Many buildings are built or stacked on top of each other. How did they achieve this back in the day?
It's hard to believe how they built such buildings on the mount here. Mont-Saint-Michel is like a rocky cone, something like a pyramid. We are almost on the summit at 80 meters above the sea level. Try to imagine here a system of flat boats. According to the tides, those medieval builders brought all the construction materials on those flat boats, barges actually, from different places of Normandy, even from England.
How long did it take to build it? I'm curious. Nice sandy beaches all around too. It's a nice spot, man.
There's a huge height difference between low and high tide in the bay, sometimes by as much as 14 meters. At low tide, you can walk to the island across the tidal flats, but it's best to go with a guided group, otherwise it can get dangerous.
Ah, it's fine. Just swim out of there.
Don't venture by yourself into the bay, because in the past, even quite recently,
Somebody drowned?
people can still get stuck in the bay because of those quicksands. And if you have still a big proportion of water inside, it gets like a soak-in effect. If the tide is coming in, if you're alone, if you can't get out of those, potential quicksand, that could be dangerous.
Mont-Saint-Michel Abbey combines Romanesque and Gothic architecture. There are plenty of secrets waiting to be
When
discovered
was it?
here.
When was it built?
But first, Anne leads us to this door.
And now, a little passage that not everybody gets to see, actually. We're gonna go higher into the abbey.
Higher into the abbey. Okay.
So we are now on the terrace of the choir of the Abbey Church.
These flying buttresses
The
are
architecture's
typical
awesome.
of Gothic architecture and are carrying weight on the outside. One of them is actually a passageway.
Ooh, secret passageway.
Well, this is here.
Indiana Jones vibe now. Speaking of Indiana Jones, have any of you played The Great Circle? Game is fantastic. I recommend it. It's a bit clunky, but once you get used to the first person, it's really fun.
Built on a flying buttress, the lace staircase.
Oh.
It's like lace design into the granite. And well, that was built back in the Middle Ages.
Damn.
Here. So you have actually here almost the top of the mount, the only access to the bell tower, just here on the left. And finally, the Archangel Saint Michael on the very top, used also as a lightning rod, protecting against potential storms, lightning here, because that's what caused big damages in the past.
1,000 years ago, Benedictine monks lived here for many centuries. Today, the island is mainly a tourist attraction, but in the Middle Ages, scores of pilgrims flocked to the island. But guess what? A few monks and nuns actually still live here today.
Damn, there's a
Actually,
lot of
5
history.
monks and 7 nuns, altogether 12, and that having services 3 times a day. It's like the convention with the French government to do services into that monument, and in exchange they have a place for them, private obviously.
And lastly, time to reveal Mont-Saint-Michel's darkest secret. 2 isolation cells to lock up particularly serious offenders. From the French Revolution until the year 1863, the abbey was used as a prison.
You can see here inscriptions from probably prisoners that stayed here for long.
If you're an archaeologist, this place is pretty cool as well, or an anthropologist, like the history involved.
Long hours or long days of detention. Some of the prisoners actually wrote their years of sufferness in different places.
Damn.
Imagine how awful it was to stay here.
That on the top, that tower is pretty wicked.
Much of what has happened on the island over the different centuries is yet to be researched, and some things will remain forever unknown. And so, Le Mont-Saint-Michel remains a deeply mysterious place.
It's has such a memorable look to it. Like you see this place, you're not gonna forget it. Like that's pretty epic that they were able to build this. It's beautiful. Like I gotta say, like it's stunning. The size of it, where they built it, like that's stunning. It's incredible. I want to go there. Let me know what you guys think. Have you been there? Is it worth going? Let me know in the comments. Hope everyone's having an amazing day, and see you on the next one. Mont-Saint-Michel.